Hey there, and welcome. Today we're going to tackle a classic English grammar puzzle that trips up just about everyone at some point. Gerunds versus infinitives. It might seem a little confusing at first, but I promise, by the end of this you're going to feel way more confident. So, let's dive right in. So have you ever stopped to wonder about this? Why does "I enjoy walking" sound perfect, but "I want walking" sounds, well, just a little off? And on the flip side, "I want to walk" is totally normal. It's a fantastic question, and it's exactly the puzzle we're going to solve together today. To get to the bottom of this, we really only need to get comfortable with two key ideas, the gerund and the infinitive. And don't worry, their names sound way more complicated than they actually are. Honestly, understanding these two is the secret key to getting it right almost every single time. Okay, first up, the gerund. All this is, really, is a verb that we've dressed up to act like a noun. You just take a verb, like walk, and you slap an ing on the end of it, and boom, you get walking. Now, walking isn't just something you do, it's a thing, it's an activity. It's basically a noun. And on the other side of the coin, you've got the infinitive. This is just the verb in its most basic, simple form, and it almost always has the little word to right in front of it. So walk becomes to walk. And hey, if you need a way to remember it, just think of Buzz Lightyear. To infinity and beyond. We're just focused on those two verbs. Let's see them side by side. It makes it so much clearer. Okay, look over on the left. Walking is good for you. Here, walking is the subject of the sentence. It's the main thing we're talking about, which is a noun's job, right? Now look at the right. She wants to walk home. See the difference? Here, to walk isn't the subject, it's what she wants to do. It's following another verb. All right, this next part is absolutely key. I've got 3 golden rules for you that are going to be your guide. If you can just get these 3 down, you'll make the right choice in like 90% of situations. Let's get into the first one. Okay. Rule number 1, and this one's a biggie. If the action you're talking about is the main topic, the subject of your sentence, you have to use a gerund. You're treating that action like a noun, like a thing, so it needs that ing form. Simple as that. And you do this all the time without even thinking about it. We say, smoking has negative effects. What has negative effects? Smoking. It's the subject. Or, driving without a seatbelt is dangerous. What's dangerous? Driving. And reading helps me. In every single one of these, the action itself is the star of the show. Now for our second rule, and this one is an absolute lifesaver. It's super reliable. After a preposition, words like for, by, without, after, you will pretty much always use a gerund. Just think of them as a team. Preposition plus an ing verb. Just look at these examples here. I apologize for what? For being late. We took a trip without what? Without planning. And after recovering, see that pattern? The preposition is like a little signal that a gerund is probably coming right up next. And our third golden rule is all about answering the question, why? If you want to explain the reason you're doing something, the purpose, the goal, that's when you bring in the infinitive. The infinitive is perfect for showing purpose. Think about it. Why do I wear glasses? The purpose is to see. Why do you need to train? Well, the goal is to win the race. It's that in order to idea. And a quick side note, you'll also see this a lot after adjectives. For instance, I was happy to include her. Okay, so you've got the 3 golden rules down, but, there's always a but in grammar, right? Now we get to the part that just takes a little bit of practice and memory.
Sometimes the choice isn't up to you. It's decided by the main verb that comes before it.
You can think of this slide as your new best friend. It's basically a cheat sheet. Some verbs, like enjoy or avoid, are picky. They only want to be followed by a gerund. I enjoy reading. Other verbs, like want or decide, always demand an infinitive. I want to read. And then you've got this awesome flexible group in the middle, like, start, love, that can take either one, and the meaning stays the same. How cool is that?
Ready to level up, because this is where it gets really fascinating. There are a few very special verbs out there where your choice, gerund or infinitive, completely changes the meaning of the entire sentence. Let's go through the 4 most common ones.
First up, the verb stop. If you stop doing something with a gerund, it means you quit that action for good. Stop chewing means the chewing ends, period. But if you stop to do something with an infinitive, you're pausing one thing for the purpose of doing something else. Like I was walking and then I stopped in order to take pictures. 2 totally different meanings. Next, we have remember. Using a gerund, like remember learning, means you're looking back into your past. You're pulling up a memory. But using an infinitive, like remember to cancel, is all about the future. It's a reminder for a task you need to do. So one is about the past, the other is about the future.
And forget works in a really similar way. With the gerund, it's about a memory of something that happened. I'll never forget watching that movie. Means the memory is locked in my brain. But with an infinitive, it means you failed to do a task. You forgot to take out the trash. It was a job you were supposed to do and you didn't.
And finally, regret. To regret doing something is a feeling we all know. You feel sorry about something in the past, you wish it had gone differently. But to regret to do something is completely different. This is a very formal, almost polite way of delivering bad news, like in an official letter or announcement.
Whew, I know that was a lot of information. So before we wrap up, I want to leave you with one last super simple trick that can help you make a pretty good guess when you're just not sure which one to use.
Just think about the timing of the actions. As a general rule of thumb, if the first verb leads to a second, separate action in the future, you'll probably use an infinitive. His wanting comes first, and it leads to the action of eating later. But if the 2 actions are kind of happening at the same time, his liking and his eating are all mixed together, the gerund is often the better choice. It's not a perfect rule, but it's a great little guy.
And that brings us to the end. So to help you practice what we just went over, here's a question for you. What's a bad habit you know you should stop doing? See, you're using it already. Thanks so much for sticking with me and happy studies.